Hi, LindaBauwin here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is some quick tips on techniques that you can use with my half-full stamp set. I helped inspire this stamp set as part of my $1 million achievement, and the card I'm going to be doing today is this one. And so let's get started. Like I said, I've got a couple little tips I want to share with you. I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White that has been cut out with lots of labels, framelits, and I'm going to take that bottle of wine, and it says a glass of wine is divine, and it is divine. So we're going to just stamp that right there, and then we're going to go in and get that glass and stamp that about right there. So the tip, I shared this on my live event. This is an aqua painter, and it is filled with water, and I have used the rich raspberry ink refill, and I put it right in my aqua painter, and what I have is a constant flow of ink, so no more going into your ink pad. So when you're doing a lot of the same color, watercoloring, like with the wine, I can just always have that ready to go, so whenever I want to color my wine glass or my wine bottle. So that is one of the tips I want to show you. The another tip is I'm going to go back in with that stamp of the bottle, and I'm going to take the foil. Now, before we had Stays On Ink. I know Stays On Ink is still available, but Stamp It Up doesn't have it, and I want to make a silver top for my wine bottle. So I am just simply stamping it on with the classic ink on the back of the gold foil. Going to go in with my scissors and just cut out that top for the wine bottle, so that now I have some color for my cap. I thought I had a fine tip glue pen over here, but I do not. No problem. I'm just going to take, I see I didn't trim the bottom off good, so just going to bring back in my snips. And I'm just going to use a glue dot and then just add that right to my bottle. Just give some dimension to that bottle. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Wink of Stella, and I am going to go over that wine. So now it looks like very sparkling and very inviting. Kind of there also gives some depth. I'm not sure how well you can see that on the camera. I think you can see some of the sparkle. I'm going to go back in with rich raspberry ink, and I am going to take my dauber, and I'm just going to sponge along the edge of that framelit, just to give it the appearance of another layer of cardstock. And then I'm simply going to also take Smoky Slate ink, and I'm going to get a regular aqua painter with no color in it, and I'm just going to add some of that Smoky Slate around the bottom of the glass and the bottle, just so it looks like it's setting on a shelf. Next, I am going to bring in my metallic edge ribbon, and I'm just going to do a slip knot over my finger. I think that's what that kind of knot is. Just going to pull that out like so, and then bring in those snips and trim that off. Oops, looks like my snips need to be cleaned with some Goo Gone. I've got some stickiness going on with them. I'm going to grab a glue dot And just add that to the top. Oops, doesn't look like I grabbed a glue dot. There we go. Now I'm ready to assemble my card. I have a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Whisper White. And I'm going to add that. I'm going to bring in a 4" by 5 1/4 Rich Razzleberry. I have already run that through the ruffled folder. I think I kind of like that side better. I'm going to add a little more adhesive to that because it has been dried embossed. This is the dynamic embossing folder, so it really has some deep grooves on that embossing. I'm next going to bring in a piece of Cheers for You, I believe is the name of this designer series paper. It is a specialty paper found in the holiday catalog, and I'm pretty sure it's called Year of Cheer. That's what I believe it is. So I've got that gold and silver going on. I'm going to bring in a couple dimensionals, and there you have some different techniques to use with that half-full stamp set. Hope you've enjoyed today's video and you've got some inspiration on how to use that wine set. So thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.